Nigga, we ain't gotta be nice. Nigga, we ain't gotta sell drugs. Nigga, we really rock right, nigga. Nigga, we truly godlike, nigga. Nigga, we been building space stations. Nigga, we are the United Nations. Nigga, the globe is too small, nigga. Niggas will always run y'all, nigga. Nigga, we are worth support, nigga. Nigga, we really are important, nigga. Peace, black people. We are important. We are worth support. You tuned into the Elevation Sessions powered by my book, 200 Years from Niggas to Gods, a guide to becoming a mature nation. This episode is rooted in chapter 6, Learn the Law of the Land. And this chapter ain't just about courts and courtrooms. It's about power. It's about understanding the rules that govern this world so we're not out here playing blind. Whether we're talking property, politics, prison, what you don't know can cost you everything. Today, I got my homeboy Prophet on the show. We go way back when we were navigating life, just trying to figure out who we were in a world full of pressure, rules, and contradictions. He's someone who always moved with heart and realness. And today, we're tapping into what it means to live through systems, question them, and learn how to move in this world with your eyes open. So thank you, Prophet, for coming on the show, man. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you for having me on the show. I'm glad you're doing this, and I love your book. Yes, sir.
We appreciate that. Appreciate that. We're gonna start with like knowing the game. I got a quote in my book that say the ignorance of law is a form of servitude. The mastery of law is a form of sovereignty. When did you realize that the system we live in doesn't play fair, but still expects you to follow all the rules?
Yeah, man, I realized that at a young age, man, probably back in junior high when all the stuff was going on. Realizing, man, America don't care for us at all. It's set up for us to fail. You got to use your mind to expand your horizons to get above this situation. You could try to do your hustle, you make it happen, but 9 times out of 10, if you're doing something illegal, it's set up for you to fail. So we got to expand these horizons with all these points in this book. I love this book. I love the points you bring to the table in this chapter 6, showing these young cats how to expand their horizons and their knowledge and how to do it the right way so they don't get caught up in this nonsense. This is very informative. I love it. So I'd say America doesn't play fair at all. Seeing it from both sides.
They still want you to follow all the rules.
Yeah, they do. They want you to be broke, mad, barely making it, while they control you still.
Right. So what do you think happens to brothers who never learn the real game being played around them? Like that game we talk about the government and, you know, just not being able to connect with those real laws. Like what you think happens to those brothers who never learn that real legal game?
Well, it's set up to keep them in a basic income, basic poverty.
Now,
everything they do will be intensely scrutinized.
Correct.
And basically it's set up for them to fit in and not succeed. I mean, pretty much each one of us needs to teach one of these youngsters how to become great in knowledge.
Right. That's what this is about, and about, like, you know what I mean, just making sure that you able to move through this system or move through this world and learning the laws and what you do. Like I said, you don't have to kind of like be no lawyer or nothing or understand, you know, law up and down, but like if you getting into some property and about to buy some property, you better understand that contract backwards and forwards.
Oh, all the way through it, you know, and know it before you do it.
Right, exactly. Understand that. Don't wait till you know you're caught up and then you want to start reading it. You got to read that beforehand so you know whether to make that decision to move in that way or not, to go ahead and buy some real estate or sign the rap contract or the NBA contract or the job.
I was just talking to my buddy today about some stuff like that. He was getting sidetracked by it and didn't know he got whoop bop. They whammed him with it. So he had to figure out how he's going to divide it and what he could do to get around it. He had to go and call a few people, and basically doing stuff he should have done, like you said, be ahead of the game. So that's where we are right now. We've been lagging behind. Now we have to take 2 or 3 steps to get ahead. And know all this information is vital to the importance and survival and to the upbringing and uplifting of us. So that's what we got to do, man.
Correct. Correct. So that's kind of like, going into my next quote of the book, which says that the law is not a roadblock. The law is a weapon, one that has been used against us for centuries. Now we must take that weapon and wield it for ourselves. What does power mean to you now compared to when you were younger?
Power, man, power is being able to do whatever you want to do whenever you want to do it. Man, when we was young, we thought we had power, but we didn't have nothing, man.
Right.
Economics is pretty much power and knowledge is power. And right now to succeed, you got to even have this business, your trades. You got to be constantly up on the evolving culture that is moving nonstop. Every 2 or 3 years, there's something new is going on where everything is changing. So
Correct.
my suggestion to empower yourself would be knowledge. You got a few ways to do that. You got to go to school, get your PhD, your master's, your PhD, and a few things. Continue your educational growth, your trade growth, your business investment growth. You
Right.
know, you got to keep up. You got to have 3 or 4 streams of income. And what else I would tell young people about power? You know, power is it's a lot of people, man. You got to have connects. You got to know people. You got to talk to people. You got to learn from people.
A
You
network.
got to express yourself. You got to network. Exactly. You maybe fraternal organizations, churches, businesses, different groups of people. You got to, like you doing, man. You reaching out. You talking to people. You got a good connection base, and I applaud you for that, man. I applaud what you're doing. But the power, man, you got to have knowledge and have enough financial money, man. Also, money, power, and connections. I say money, power, respect, man.
Money, power, respect, right?
Mhm.
Keep it raw and real.
Yeah.
So that's what's up, man. So what's something you had to learn the hard way about boundaries, legal system, spirituality, or just something personal that, you know what I mean? Maybe it was a law that you had to learn, or just something that you had to learn that, where the rules actually benefited you, and benefited the way you move throughout society.
Man, I'd say, when I was younger, I think we have to learn that sometimes our choices, we need to slow down on some of these choices and our reaction time and sit down and really plan out our life ahead of time, man. Um, Got to learn this government ain't playing with us at
Right.
all. They trying to take all this money, all your paper, all your freedom, all your time.
Correct.
So that's one thing I had to learn, man, that don't be in such a haste to make these decisions, paper chasing, Sometimes you got to sit back and devise a more safer plan, know all the situations that will affect you in time.
Right.
If you ain't knowing everything, you're gonna get twisted up on some stuff. So
Correct.
that's definitely what I needed to know. And
So what I was going to ask, was there any times that like following the rules actually benefited from following the rules? So that's what the book is kind of about. One factor and one tier in your tool book or your toolkit is to learn this law and master the law. And that's one thing that I'm writing about. You will become a god is once you master the law, the penal code. And so, I just want to know, is there any time that, when you actually followed the rules and it benefited you and made you, a better person?
the
Maybe
rules of
not a
what?
better person, but you were just able to benefit from from following those rules.
The rules in your book?
No, not the rules in my book, but just maybe the rules of the law. Maybe like you know, you was at a school and they had rules. Maybe it was you know, I'm just being surface here, following the rules of the road. But just was there a time when you were actually, you know, you followed the rules and you actually benefited from that?
Man, pretty much. Yeah, I would say definitely time in school. School definitely helped me as far as rules wise. Also, knowing some of the rules in different situations of real estate, some different rules
Mm-hmm.
in business. You know, some rules about harassment, retaliation, workplace rules. I definitely have these youngsters that are working know all the workplace rules, and that has
Right.
benefited me. Stuff like that. I say also,
Learning how, helping you navigate better by knowing those rules and being
yes,
up on those rules in the workplace
yes,
or at the school.
yes. Those definitely helped me in life, and also just really knowing personality rules. You know, and like what's right and what's wrong. You know, that's
Yeah.
also a good one. And, you know,
The rules of the game.
spiritual rules of the game. You know, and also like listening to your spirit, man. You know, you need to have time to yourself to pray, to think, to motivate yourself. Every morning, you need to tell yourself you're the best. You can do it. You need to sit down, proclaim it, entertain it, make things
Yes,
happen
sir.
out. You know, spirituality, man. You listen to your inside. We're all gods. God is inside of us. We are
Right.
God. So listen to what God
I'm
yourself
saying.
is telling you, and listen to
Yes,
that,
sir.
man. That's a real one that I wish all these youngsters would really know about, man. Listen to your intuition, man, and always try to be motivated to make something happen. Take your time, think about it. Don't always rush, man. Pause, deep
Right.
breath before you react to some situation. It'll save you a lifetime of trouble, man. And then you got to be
Understand.
on this stuff right here, man. You got to be on the contracts. You got to be on
Right.
this property and land ownership. You got to
Look at yourself right now. Who are you? More importantly, who do you want to be? Every day you make choices. Every day you move. But are you really living or just existing? You were never meant to be stuck. You were never meant to just survive. You were built to build, to lead, to master. Enough. The difference between staying the same and leveling up is one decision. One moment when you say, no more. I refuse to stay here. 200 years from niggas to gods. The transformation starts now.
learn these skills, man. Tax laws, civil rights, social justice, man. Got to know this estate planning, man. Business, AI. You gotta keep digging into this stuff. Renew your
Yes, sir.
interest. Renew your learning, man. Man, I'm so juiced on this, man. I'm so happy, man. You made these cats sign this transformation, man. You know,
Yeah. The
strengthening
contract
mind and
itself.
body. The contract. I was juiced, man. Oh, he put the contract in it. I was so happy, man. All this stuff motivates me to do better, man. And that's what these youngsters need, man. I'm so
Yes,
proud of you,
sir.
man. You did this great job, man.
I
Man,
appreciate that.
I love that, man. And that's all hope
Well, I got one more couple questions if that's okay,
oh,
because
yeah.
learning the law of the land is not really about not staying out of trouble. It's about learning how to wield the power for yourself and learning
Yeah.
how to take those rules and being on the side of what's right and being able to manipulate this world for your betterment. And so I was wondering what rules do you live by now that you wish you knew back when you were 18 or 22 or yesterday?
Man, nowadays I just mind my own business is one. stay
Now,
in my own lane.
right?
2, always try to better myself. 3, stay away from the nonsense, stupidity, ego, man. Check your ego, man. Always check your ego. Be positive, be confident. Um, man, always try to do better.
Correct.
Um, stay out the nonsense. You ain't got to be at the club every weekend. Not no more. But just
Right.
man, just
Not
just
every
learn, man.
weekend.
Not every weekend. Learn, man. Learn.
Right.
Just continue to learn, man, and take life serious at a young age. Set your plan. Use mentors. Um, make connects. Join
Correct. Correct. Correct.
organization.
Yeah.
Join. That's pretty much it, man. Try to
Yeah.
improve every day.
I like that. You know what I mean? Like say, just stay positive, man. And you
Right.
know, like you say, when you listen to that inner self, your inner self will tell you what's right and what's wrong. You know which door to go in and which one you want to go through. So as long as you like keep on that positive page, man, you definitely and you follow, most of these strategies here in my book, 200 Years from Niggas to Gods, what I mean, you definitely be out on you
Yeah,
definitely be
man.
out on on a positive page. So,
Exactly.
last thing here is, you know, appreciate that is if you were talking to a young brother, what's the last thing as before we get out of here? What would you like to tell a young brother out there on the edge, about what would you really want to teach him about how this world really works? A brother out there, he right now ready to go right or he ready to go left. You know what I mean? What would you want to tell him about how this world really works? Or
I
about
say,
how to
man,
run?
you could do whatever you want, man. Don't let them tell you you can't do it. Don't let them try to pin you into the corner. Don't settle for less, man. Always improve yourself. Attempt to be great. Don't get, sometimes you got to stay away from your partners. You got to go the other way, man. You got to stay out the way sometimes. I want you to know you can make it. You can always make it, man. It's not always gonna be hard. They're gonna try to keep you down, man, but you're gonna rise above. You're gonna be
Correct.
successful in life. You're gonna become a CEO. You're gonna be able to
Correct.
do what you want to do. Right
Now,
now, it's hard. They ain't giving you nothing, man. Come up with an idea. Don't stop. Complete your task, man. It's your life. You make it the greatest.
right.
Sometimes you might have to leave a city, go somewhere else. You ain't got to stay here and be stepped on, man. Go wherever you want. Go where you appreciate it. Make it happen, man. Be positive. Shake it off. You gonna be all right. I
Now,
love all your little brothers, man. And get out that dumb stuff. Be proud of yourself. Stick your chest
yes,
out. Speak and be bold, man, and make yourself, great. That's what I
correct.
say.
Correct. Well, right on, man. You know what I mean? And those are definitely powerful and inspirational words, man. I mean, you stick by those things. I mean, you can't do nothing but prosper if you stay on that on a daily basis. Like you say, if you can make your words truthful and your footsteps righteous, I mean, hey, where else can you go? You know what I mean? So, the last question, Prophet, you know what I mean? Again, thanks for being on the show. I mean, you talked about it a couple times, but I'd like to know, how did you really feel about the book overall? We spoke on chapter 6, but I'd like to just get your kind of overall take on the book, man. How did your brother do here on this book, man, for the
Yeah, you
community?
did good, man. You got the catchy name. Some people look at it like, well, what are you talking about? But I understood it, man. So I kind of wanted to know what made you come with the name, man. How'd you come with the name? What was the insight into the beginning of the name of the book?
Well, I wanted something catchy. I wanted something to catch your attention, and I wanted something to let you know that it was for a black person. I mean, I don't want to label a black person as a nigga and just say that all black people are niggas, but just in today's society, when you see that word, you know who that word is kind of labeling, so to speak.
Right.
And so I wanted to write something also to just say that kind of get yourself out of this rut And I do talk to some people, and some people, they don't like the fact that I am using that word. But I mean, if you really read the title, I want us to get away from that word. I do want
Right.
us to get away from using the word nigga and use us as God, call us gods, the who we are. And I just truly
Exactly.
believe that. I truly believe that once we, if we could follow all of these things in this book, the word would naturally go away because we wouldn't be acting as such. And so, it was also, I wanted to show people that we could go from the lowest point of ourselves to the highest point of ourselves. And so that was really kind of how I came up with the title. I really wanted it to be catchy. I knew some people wasn't going to read it because of it, and I knew some people were going to read it because of it. So that was kind of more the reason.
Yeah, I agree with that. And you know what? Even the people that don't want to read it because of the title, this is a great title because when you open the book, you take their minds, you give them something to really consider and think about and devour. And it
Correct.
manifests like, okay, hold on. I got to get this. I got to improve myself. I love this title and I love the way he worked all this in. And I love it all. So they'll love it for it, man. And I
Right on,
appreciate
right
you for
on.
having me, man. Yes, sir.
Appreciate you coming on the show, man. Thank you for coming on. So this episode was about chapter 6. It was about more than just staying free. It's about staying powerful. Prophet came through the day and reminded us that real knowledge ain't just found in books. It's live, learn, and pass forward. If we don't know the rules, we stay stuck. But once we learn them, we move different. So if this conversation sparks something in you, tap into the collector's edition and get the 200 years from niggas to gods, a guide to becoming a mature nation.
All
Full ebook, the audio book, exclusive artwork, and a track done by me, all built to help you elevate every part of your life. So peace, black people. We are important. We are worth supporting. These are the elevation sessions. I see you next episode. Right on, P. Thanks for coming on, man. You got any last shout outs, any last words?
blessings to all my peoples and blessings to Niam. And we're waiting on that next book, and I need my signature, brother.